Welcome to Muse Margins,
a podcast for aspiring creatives.
I'm Lisa.
And I'm Niki, and we are both graphic designers and photographers.
With this podcast, we aim to motivate and share our knowledge.
We want to be your muse and a space for you to grow creatively. Welcome, this is our first episode of our podcast. That's quite weird, we're doing a podcast.
Yeah, can you believe it?
So we thought we would just introduce ourselves and tell you guys what the podcast is about. So I think, Lisa, you can start.
Cool. So I'm Lisa and I'm a graphic designer and photographer. I also run a gifting business on the side, which is called LC Gifting. And yeah, I met Niki when we were at college and we studied together about a long time ago, about
9
years ago, yes, back then. And here we are today recording a podcast.
So I'm Niki and I'm a graphic designer and photographer, just like Lisa. I feel like we're saying the same thing over.
That's all right.
But I do design work for smaller businesses, focusing on getting yourself out there and so forth, and then photographs for weddings, photography, couples, engagement, all of that.
Yeah.
And then I also do have a little side business.
As we do.
As we all do. That studio blog where I sell my decor and gift items online. I have a few little workshops on there as well. And yes, that's what I do.
Awesome. Cool. So the name Muse Margins, maybe we want to explain to our many listeners, how we came about this name. I think, so we both we brainstormed a lot of names, and we're both creative, and we wanted something to do with creativity, and I think Niki came up with the kind of muse aspect of it. Like, a muse is something that inspires you, so we want to inspire people with what content we make on this podcast, and then margins is kind of like it's that kind of the gap, that space where you can do that, and it's about setting boundaries for your own, for your own businesses and your own lives, and we want to talk about that and things that we want to also bridge the gap between the creative industry and people who want to aspire to be part of it, I think.
Yes, that's wonderful. Nice
yeah,
to see.
thank you.
What is the podcast going to be about? That's quite a broad spectrum, I think. We want to cover quite a lot of things, all business related, but life related as well.
Yeah, because let's face it, business equals life sometimes.
Exactly, it does.
Yeah.
I think the main focus will be business owners.
Yes.
But in
creative
people as well. Because we will be doing lectures this year.
At the same college we studied at, which is very exciting.
So I thought it would be nice to, whatever we teach there, to somehow
incorporate it
and give all that knowledge out to our listeners as well. Not all of it. I don't think the college would like that.
But disclaimer alert.
Yes. But I think it will be a nice platform for you guys to learn and be inspired by, and yes, maybe we'll interview one or two people.
Yeah, I think that would be cool to have a different voice and a different perspective on things.
Yes, especially maybe topics that we are not
very clued up in.
Yes,
No, definitely. I think that'll be cool. But most of the time it's going to be me and Niki. And also, I think because we lead such busy lives, sometimes it might just be Niki or it might just be me, taking turns in a way. But I think primarily we do want to do this together and bounce ideas off each other in a way.
Cool. Lisa, what is your goals for 2020?
Ooh, I used to set a lot of goals at the beginning of each year, and then I'd get so disappointed when I didn't reach I did reach some of them, but I think a main focus goal for me is to grow my businesses, to also be more mindful about what kind of business I take on. So I want to be more selective in my photography and design business, but at the same time I do want to grow my newer gifting business in a way that's just more purposeful in a way. And kind of, and just try new things. And
anything on the personal side that you want to goals that you
have?
Well,
we just moved into a new place, and so we're probably going to be doing a bit of DIY things, so that's exciting, getting our hands dirty in a bit. So I think personally, and also just to make more time for family and friends. So Niki, what are your goals for 2020?
I like to keep things simple. I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to write down too many goals. I know personally that I won't always achieve all of them, especially because I like to write down the biggest goals ever.
But it's also good to dream big.
It is. It is. No, definitely.
Aim for the stars.
But some of my goals is to also, as these are, be more selective about clients and so forth. I've also eliminated some services just because it's been a nightmare dealing with.
It's like not relevant anymore.
No, it's not relevant anymore, and it's actually bringing me down in my business. We'll talk about that in maybe the next episode or so forth. And then
anything in your personal life?
Personal life. Well, I definitely want to go out more, explore more, take more photos.
Go on more little adventures.
Yes, more adventures and so forth. And then also, one of my bigger goals is I'm busy with a cookbook. And I have a few recipes and so forth that I've tried and tested. So Lisa, maybe you'll be one of the...
I was just going to ask, can I be one of the guinea pigs here? You don't have to ask me twice.
I know I'm not going to finish it this year, but I do like to at least have like half a book or 3/4 of a book done.
It might be 6 months in and you'll be like, hey guys, I actually finished my book.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
We'll chat.
But yes, that's one of the goals.
That's exciting. It's important to set goals because often if you don't, you kind of need some sort of direction, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a big thing. And also we do move forward with baby steps, and we grow with kind of taking steps towards your dream. And I know, like, I've been there where you have this vision and you really want to, you kind of envision yourself in a career or something creative that you want to do, and you have this like knock of self-doubt where you're like, oh, but that would never happen, I'm not capable of that. And I think it's important to recognize those thoughts and to kind of remember that actually you are kind of capable, and like you can set your mind to something and actually accomplish it.
Another thing that I would say is, especially when you write your goals, is to write goals, but not the actual goal. You write around the goal.
Exactly.
So what you need to do to achieve that actual thing. So you never write the main thing down.
You do like practical things, steps,
like a build up to something.
Yes.
I want to achieve maybe 5 clients in a week.
Yeah.
And then what you'll build up to that, you need to send out more emails, you need to advertise more, and with doing that, you'll achieve your goal.
No, exactly. I mean, because it's one thing to kind of just put it out there, but if you're not doing anything, it's not just going to magically appear. You got to work.
So I think that's a wrap.
Yeah, I think it's a good start for us, and we're really excited. I think Muse Margins is a space where, just like a really cool space to be inspired and to maybe learn a thing or two.
Definitely, yes. And I hope you guys will subscribe.
We have an Instagram.
Yeah, we have an Instagram. We'll probably be on
Spotify.
Yes,
at some point. And we are in the process of getting our website and running as well.
And then we also talked about we might do a few videos as well.
Yeah, like a webcast in a way. We do have a YouTube channel. Which is
that actually a thing, a webcast?
A webcast, yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So we will be doing that. Just so that we can maybe do more, like in a video sense where you can look at us and like see us
we are humans, we're not,
And we maybe do some tutorials as well.
Yeah, that would be very cool. But also we'd like to hear your feedback as well, if you excited to hear more episodes, and if you've got any like suggestions for things you want to know and learn about, we can also help out there in a way. And I think also just to mention that this podcast isn't just for people that are in the creative industry already. It's also for people who aspire to be, and you might have a normal day job, but you've got this passion for crafts or painting or anything like music. It's a space where you can explore, and I think it's also important to let people know that it's okay to explore those things. You don't always have to, as much as their jobs are important, we need to survive.
We do.
But you can let yourself go a bit, and people are often scared to address their creative side.
Yes. So awesome. So please subscribe to our channel, and if you have any questions, please comment them below. and we will be talking to you very soon.
Yeah, with another episode. So thank you for listening to our pilot.
Okay, awesome. Bye bye, guys.
Cool. Cheers. Bye.